Backlash is not long away. Being 2 weeks away 1 week away this Saturday. In St. Louis, Missouri, Randy Orton is the cover for Backlash. But today, I'm going to be telling you my predictions and the match card predictions for the show. So if you guys enjoy this video, it's going to be nice to record. Always remember to smash the like, subscribe button to the flipping channel. And let's get into this one. So then, it is a big pay-per-view. It is going to be a decent pay-per-view, I think. So, my first match, AJ Styles vs. Karrion Kross. This rivalry is brewing. Obviously, Karrion Kross getting involved in AJ Styles vs. Logan Paul match at WrestleMania, causing AJ Styles to lose and take the L against one of the megastars, I should say, Logan Paul. But for this match, I sadly think AJ Styles is going to take another L. I think Karrion Kross is going to cheat to win and take a big W in trying to get back into that mid-card title picture that he was about 2 years ago and finally get the hype that he's not had when he was with AOP, who have now been obviously released again. Next up, I'm going to go Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, Becky Lynch returning at WrestleMania to team with Lyra Valkyria against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to win the Women's Tag Team Championships. But on the Raw after WrestleMania, they lost them due to Valkyria getting pinned by Morgan, obviously causing Lynch to attack her, meaning that we're most likely going to get Lynch versus Valkyria at this pay-per-view, which I think Lyra Valkyria will finally drop the title and Becky Lynch will become the new Women's Intercontinental Champion and hold that title for a while. Next up, the main event, Jey Uso, the World Heavyweight Champion, defends against Logan Paul in what could be a very good wrestling match. For me, Jey Uso has to retain this one. He can't lose to Logan Paul for a start, and also it's too early to drop it in his title reign. I don't really like Jey Uso being champion. A lot of people don't. But we have got to give him his time to try and impress us, just to show us what he's really made of being a world champion. I think you hold it to SummerSlam latest, but just give him like a 6-month title reign, or even like a 5-month title reign. I think we've got to give him something, just to so he can have that world title back in his picture, if you got what I mean. Next up, for the US title, Jacob Fatu, the United States champion, versus LA Knight versus Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the US title. I think Jacob Fatu retains this one. Obviously, he beat LA Knight at WrestleMania to win the US title and his first singles title in the WWE. But obviously, the SmackDown after WrestleMania, Priest and McIntyre both getting involved in this title scene. I mean, we're most likely going to get a fatal 4-way at Backlash for the title. The US title picture is obviously looking a lot better now. But could we see Drew McIntyre become a Grand Slam champion, win a US title, Priest once again becoming US champion, LA Knight for a second time, actually no, a third time, becoming US champion, or Jacob Fatu retaining? I'm going Jacob Fatu to retain. We've got to give Jacob Fatu his time. I do like Fatu as champion. I think we could get a Fatu versus Sikoa title reign, not title reign, rivalry for the title, which I think Sikoa could end up beating Jacob Fatu for the US title and finally getting Sikoa his first main card. Main roster title. My God, I'm messing up today. Next up, which I think is going to happen very, very soon. Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor, the breakup of the Judgment Day. I think Finn Balor will lead the Judgment Day and he will aim to win that Intercontinental Championship that he's not won in a long time. Finn Balor has not been champion for a very long time. A singles champion, it's not been since 2022 when he won the US title. And didn't even hold that for long. But before that, obviously, it was the IC title back in 2019, which has now been 6 years ago. So it's a very long time for Balor. I think he will face Mysterio. I do think Mysterio will beat him first time round, though. I think we've got to give Dominic Mysterio his time to be that IC champion, following in Eddie Guerrero's path, and obviously kind of his father in a way as well. But we've got to give him at least 2 months title reign. We've just got to give him maybe Money in the Bank, Finn Balor wins, or he goes into the Money in the Bank ladder match, which could be very interesting, as it could be a very good opportunity for him to win that and get near the world title picture. That would be actually very decent. Next up, which is possibly the main event of the show, Seth Rollins versus Bron Breakker. Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn. My original one was Rollins Breakker versus Punk and Reigns, but it is rumoured and heavily linked that Roman Reigns will be out of WWE till June now. He's taking more time off and will return for Money in the Bank weekend, I've heard. Could we see Roman Reigns in the Money in the Bank match? Be very interesting. We've not seen that for a very, very long time. I think in this match, Rollins and Breakker are going to boss them and they're going to win, making this faction look new. We could see an interference, given that finally that new member, in my opinion, it's going to be Drew McIntyre. He's going to lose earlier in the night to something stupid, and then he'll just crash out, and yeah, he'll join them to try and fulfill his success. And obviously him, Seth Rollins, they're on better terms. Obviously him and Bron Breakker got no beef, so we could see this. And obviously Paul Heyman, he's just, yeah, and that's, I don't like him. I can't stand him because I love Roman Reigns, obviously. And in the main event of Backlash, one of the biggest matches, and for the final time, John Cena versus Randy Orton for the WWE Undisputed title. This match is going to be interesting. In Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, facing the greatest of all time, the 17-time WWE champion John Cena. This match could be interesting. I do sadly think John Cena's going to win. I think Cena will cheat to win. This is where all the group will start coming together. I think Cena will get that group to help him out to beat Randy Orton in his hometown and at Backlash in the main event. Which is sad, because Randy Orton's got this hype, and since he came back in late 2023, he's not really had a lot of on his side. He's not won any title. He's not in any really big matches. He's been seen as a mid-card wrestler, which Randy Orton, for the hype and the wrestler he is, he's not a mid-card. We know this. Randy Orton is a legend. Randy Orton's a GOAT. So for me, John Cena will win, sadly. But we need to give John Cena time. I think it will be SummerSlam. They will hold the title until this 17 title reign has got to go on for a while. We've got to give it a while. We just got to let him cook, get some dream matches in, and then we can move on. We can finally move into the final couple of months of Cena's time, turn him face again, maybe have a thing with The Rock, and we go from there. Maybe he ends off, maybe even try and go for the IC title to finally be a Grand Slam champion. I don't think that'll happen, but I still think Cena will retain and will still be your WWE Undisputed Champion. For the first time since 2022, no Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns at Backlash, which is going to be mad. It's one of the first times in a long time that none of them will appear at a pay-per-view, which is, it's mad to think, because the M2 are classed as the face of the companies if you exclude John Cena from the picture. But you lot, thank you for watching. It has been nice to record. Always remember to smash the like and subscribe button to the Flipping channel, and I'll see you little day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.